that was the whole objective. Is like I have this justification to be angry. I have this justification to, oh, poor me, because look what's going on.
From the Big Island of Hawaii, welcome to Aloha Speaks, home of Malama Aloha Pono by Alexander Noman, offering relief for all relationships with a focus on anger assessment and resolve.
Aloha. Alex here with Aloha Speaks once again. And this one has been on the burner for quite some time. It's on the topic of co-signing. Comes on the heels of, if I recall, it was waxing philosophical, which is, of course, not the objective. It's to be. The objective is to take it into the heart, but my propensity is to go to the head. So I'm glad we waited. The parentheses are two letters with a period after each one. B, S. Co-signing BS. And I'm not going to actually say the words that they refer to. I'm not. People in my life know some of them. I'm not adverse to using profanity under certain circumstances. I'm not going to here. The co-signing alone. Okay, so somebody else co-signs alone. In this circumstance, what does co-signing mean? There were old-timers in AA when I first came in 1984, in my first 10-year, beautiful experience, that first 10 years. But at that time, I mean, these guys had 35 years back then. They had no problem using profanity. Smoke-filled rooms. There's no smoking now. So they would just say it, co-signing what BS meant. And they would say, I am not going to co-sign your BS. And what that was referring to was, say, when I would come in with my self-pity, or come in with my anger, because I would feel justified. And that was the whole objective, is like I have this justification to be angry. I have this justification to, oh, poor me, because look what's going on. Of course, when they would just, I'm not going to co-sign this BS. In Malama Aloha Pono, come to find out, I am the one co-signing my own BS, my own self-pity. That's what first happens. That's where the ball gets rolling. I co-sign my own anger. I co-sign it in such a way that I don't even call it anger. I call it frustration. I call it, I'm annoyed. I soften it into something else so that I don't even have to. It's a form of co-signing just to deny it by softening it's all co-signing. My own self-pity by making it look like something else and justifying it. So this is where the ball gets rolling. In the assessment process, this is what allows me to become aware of it. The tricky part, here's the tricky part. This is why I'm saying on the heels of waxing philosophical, because that's when I started talking about this segment on the subconscious, which is a large segment, albeit simple. Its sneakiness tends to complicate the matter. So, in this co-signing aspect, what happens is, as I find out that I'm the one who's doing my own co-signing here, the way it plays out is that then, yes, in fact, I do bring others into the co-signing process, but not necessarily like I would do, with the old timers, right? And I'd bring my stuff to them and they say, I'm not going to co-sign. But I don't do it that way with the other people in my life today. It's done in a different way. Because in the subconscious, it's not the self-pity, it's not the anger, it's the unworthiness. I'm not good enough. For what? Unworthy for what? Because I talked about it in that last video. That sixth segment of self-love that I don't have time for, or this is getting in the way, or that's getting in the way. All of that looks that way. But this is the actual what's going on. Is that I'm then manipulating nefariously, really sneaky ways, bringing into the play other people to co-sign my unworthiness by having them become unknowing actors in my play. Almost like passive-aggressive, almost like that. To help, for them to be helpers in stealing time away in my play, for me to love myself. It is so sneaky. And I'm the one doing it. But making it look like it's them. I only get to know this because of, and I can call it Malama Aloha Pono, but it can be any format that allows for the awareness, the assessment process, the honesty, the admittance, listening. Who cares what it's called? To learn to listen to learn, to be rigorously honest. Whatever. It doesn't matter what it's called. To call it out for what it is, to see it, to admit it, that takes right away half of its power away. The other half is to then replace it with the truth. That then becomes a very personal thing. Personal. There's a lot to this segment. For now. Until next time, aloha. And to close, clicking on the thumbs up icon supports Aloha Speaks, as well as clicking on the free subscribe tab. Mahalo.